Marcus Rashford's future at Manchester United has taken another dramatic twist after his asking price was revealed. Rashford originally left United midway through the 2024-25 season on loan to Aston Villa before spending the following campaign at Barcelona. There had been an expectation that Rashford would make his temporary move to Barcelona permanent, but the La Liga side opted to sign England teammate Anthony Gordon instead. Earlier in the window, Rashford had a well-publicised release clause in his contract, allowing him to move to any club apart from Manchester City or Liverpool for a reduced fee. That clause expired during the World Cup with no takers for the United Academy graduate. According to TalkSport, Rashford would now consider a move to a Premier League rival, with Tottenham and Arsenal having registered an interest. United are expected to entertain a price in the region of £30 million. Rashford is currently planning to return to United's pre-season training after his post-World Cup holidays conclude. The 28-year-old was part of the England team that reached the semi-finals of the World Cup and has been granted extra time off as a result. Speaking to Boyle Sports, former United striker Dwight Yorke said, "Now I know not everyone will agree, but if I was Carrick, the first person I would be going and seeing to have a conversation is Marcus Rashford. You're the manager. You figure it out with him. You make the decisions. You're not there to please people. Don't listen to people on the outside. It's easy to get influenced by pundits. When you get the sack, none of them will be coming to your rescue. Managers always get sacked." United's 2026-27 Premier League campaign begins against Hull City, with fellow promoted side Ipswich Town to follow. The first big test of the season comes at home to Manchester City, while Carrick will also have Champions League football to contend with this year. Before we continue, if you're following every twist in this Manchester United transfer window, make sure you're subscribed to Final Whiz. Hit the like button on this video and drop your prediction on Rashford's future in the comments below. This channel exists because of viewers like you who want the real story before anyone else. Newcastle defender Lewis Hall has also been tracked by United, but a move away from St James's Park this summer remains unlikely. Hall was front and centre of Newcastle's new kit launch announcement last week, and was the only Newcastle player quoted in the press release, referred to as a boyhood Magpies fan. Newcastle sold Anthony Gordon to Barcelona in a £70 million deal at the start of the window, and their financial position was further strengthened when they sold Sandro Tonali to Tottenham for £100 million. St James's Park chiefs have privately stressed that Newcastle do not have to sell any more players, although a lucrative offer would still be considered. Arsenal have also shown interest in Bruno Guimaraes this summer. A figure of £50 million has been floated by United fans regarding Hall, but Newcastle signed him for £35 million from Chelsea, and he remains contracted until 2029. United have already signed two midfielders this window and plan to sign another, leaving limited scope for a £70 million bid for Hall. The most likely scenario is that United will revisit their interest next summer, when Hall will have 2 years remaining on his contract. This raises questions about United's left-back options ahead of 2026-27. Luke Shaw started every Premier League game last season, demonstrating his durability, though his body struggles with 2 games per week. Patrick Dorgu and Harry Amas come into the equation, with Dorgu having improved markedly since being relocated to the wing. One solution being discussed is playing Dorgu at left-back while reintegrating Rashford on the left wing. Gary Neville has criticised Manchester United over their failure to land what he considers a no-brainer signing. Danny Welbeck looks set to join Chelsea from Brighton and Hove Albion, 12 years after leaving Old Trafford. Welbeck made his first Team United debut in the 2008-09 campaign, scoring 29 goals and providing 16 assists over 6 seasons. He was sold to Arsenal for £16 million in 2014, and has since played for Watford and Brighton. Speaking on Sky Sports, Gary Neville said, "I said 10 years ago that Manchester United should never have sold Danny Welbeck. He's gone away and done brilliantly well. He's coming into a little cameo at the end of his career, but he's a fantastic player. I worked with him obviously as a teammate. I worked with him with England as a coach, and he was fantastic for England, and he's been good in the Premier League as well. It's a good move for Chelsea, and it gives them a real option up front alongside Welbeck. Chelsea are also closing in on former Liverpool midfielder Jordan Henderson, with Brentford having confirmed his departure on a free transfer. Neville added, "They're still good players. They can contribute maybe 25 to 35 games a season at a good level. But what they will do is all those young players there at Chelsea, they will make sure they turn up every single day, give their all, come back the same the next day and do it again. That's been a problem. I don't think the young players at Chelsea have had any particular guidance or leadership around them, either on the pitch or off the pitch. They've now got people around them who can do that and know how to get around the block." While United finished last season in Champions League positions, Chelsea are undergoing a rebuild under new manager Xabi Alonso, having failed to qualify for European football altogether in the previous campaign. Manchester United are reportedly ready to capitalise on the chaos at Newcastle by launching a bid for Lewis Hall, just hours after it emerged that Eddie Howe was leaving the Magpies with immediate effect. According to reports, Howe decided to step down several weeks ago, with news of his exit breaking just weeks before the start of the new Premier League season. Newcastle have already sold Anthony Gordon and Sandro Tonali this summer, and could yet lose Bruno Guimaraes, who continues to be linked with a move to Arsenal. Those in power at Old Trafford view Hall as a long-term replacement for Luke Shaw. According to The Sun, Hall is eager to seek a fresh challenge, having informed Newcastle of his desire to leave prior to Howe's departure. It is claimed he felt his positional change toward the end of last season cost him a place in the England squad for the World Cup. Newcastle are set to appoint Matthias Gisel as Howe's replacement, and Hall could reportedly be convinced to stay depending on how he gets on with the new manager. United are eager to bring in a new left-back, with Shaw their only real senior option at the moment. Shaw recently turned 31 and will be out of contract at the end of next season. He lacks a direct competitor at Old Trafford, with Tyrell Malacia having been released and Dorgu playing higher up the pitch under Michael Carrick. United want to sell Harry Amas, with a number of championship clubs interested, while Diego Leon remains with the youth teams and is not yet considered ready for regular senior football. Manchester United face Atletico Madrid this weekend in Stockholm, Sweden, their third preseason fixture of the summer, at the Strawberry Arena. Last year, United faced Leeds at the same stadium in a goalless draw. Both Diego Dalot and Noussair Mazraoui are absent from training after competing at the World Cup, leaving United without a recognised senior right-back currently at the club. Jadon Campson has travelled with the squad for the opening 2 preseason games, but Carrick has opted to start Lenny Yoro at right-back instead, allowing Harry Maguire and Aidan Heaven to pair at centre-back. Marcus Rashford has been told he should be embarrassed as transfer talk continues following his return from Barcelona. Former United fullback Paul Parker, a 2-time Premier League winner at Old Trafford, said Rashford is now on absolutely his last chance. Speaking to Porix, Parker said, "The biggest thing is how can he ever be trusted by his teammates again? He wasn't doing his job properly, but everyone allowed him to do it and now they have figured him out." He added, "He has been given this small chance to come back again. And honestly, he has only been given this chance because of the fact that Barcelona didn't want him. They decided to spend more money on Anthony Gordon, which Rashford should be feeling embarrassed about." Gordon's £69.3 million move to Barcelona took many by surprise, given prior reports suggesting Barca's limited finances were a factor in why they did not sign Rashford, who could reportedly have been signed for nearly a third of that amount. Roma and Tottenham have both been linked with Rashford's signature, though his wages present a significant hurdle. Rashford is the highest earner at Old Trafford, on wages of £325,000 a week. Parker added, "If he is serious about wanting to prove himself again, it will be a serious challenge for him, because the fans won't accept him just after one game or one goal. He needs to work hard consistently." Brentford are closing in on the biggest signing in the club's history after agreeing a deal to sign Lens midfielder Mamadou Sangaré. Sources have confirmed the deal is worth £41 million, eclipsing the club's previous record fee of £36 million, paid to Bournemouth for Dango Ouattara last summer. Brentford's move for the 24-year-old has also paved the way for Jordan Henderson's departure to Chelsea. Manchester United, Chelsea, and Liverpool all carried out extensive scouting work on Sangaré this summer, but Brentford moved decisively to complete the deal before any of those clubs turned interest into formal negotiations. Sangaré first arrived in European football when Red Bull Salzburg signed him from Mali at 18, before earning a move to Lens. What do you think, Reds? Should Manchester United sell Marcus Rashford this summer? Who should replace him? And should United raid Newcastle following Eddie Howe's exit? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If today's update kept you informed, that's exactly what Final Whiz is here for: daily Manchester United news, breaking transfer stories, and honest analysis, with nothing left out. Make sure you're subscribed, tap the notification bell, and share this video with a fellow United fan who needs to see it. Every like, comment, and subscription helps this channel keep bringing you the news first. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Gordon's £69.3 million move to Barcelona took many by surprise, given prior reports suggesting Barca's limited finances were a factor in why they did not sign Rashford, who could reportedly have been signed for nearly a third of that amount. Roma and Tottenham have both been linked with Rashford's signature, though his wages present a significant hurdle. Rashford is the highest earner at Old Trafford, on wages of £325,000 a week. Parker added, "If he is serious about wanting to prove himself again, it will be a serious challenge for him, because the fans won't accept him just after one